I'm Bob, and I collect stamps. Oh, hi. Welcome back to Bob Collects Stamps. I'm Bob, I hope, and I want to talk today about equipment envy. It's a serious concern. It tends to happen a lot among podcasters and video people and at least wannabe ones, writers. I know a lot of writers, and they've all got equipment envy. They've got to have the perfect pen. They have to have the perfect work surface, the perfect paper, the perfect notebook, the perfect program, and then they'll start writing. When we talk on YouTube or podcasting or in books or wherever you get your stamp information, a lot of us share the best equipment with you. Our best equipment, the best possible equipment if we can, the best possible examples of stamps that we have access to. And don't show you some of the behind the scenes stuff. When we want you to, those of us, I'm not sponsored by anybody. You might think I'm sponsored by Lighthouse Vario stock pages, the way I talk about it, but I'm not. And I just like them. I think they're good. But I want to let you know that you don't have to worry. When you see us, we may try to tell you what we think is, or demonstrably is, the best tong out there. Those you got one, you got the other, two different kinds. Use whatever you want. Don't use simple tweezers. They'll cut the stamp. Use your fingers instead of tweezers you buy at Walgreens, okay? But what we want to do is show the best practices, the best products as far as we understand it, the way we would like to be doing everything. The best stock books, the best stock pages, everything. Don't get intimidated. Don't think you have to have Vario stock pages in order to collect stamps. Don't think you have to have the $4,000 camera in order to start a video log. I'm using my phone here. I sprung for a microphone so that I could talk to you over here instead of through my computer and show you my work surface. I want to show you a couple things. I told you, if you were watching the video from this past weekend, previous video to this one, you may have seen that I got a couple thousand stamps, 3,000 stamps. I have sorted 1,000 of them. I did 500 last night. These are packs of 500. I did 500 last night. I did 500 this morning. I had previously done a pack of 1,000, and I had put a bunch of those already into my stock books. I don't have enough glassine envelopes to do all this, and I should have just waited, but tough it. What I did was, I'm using my glassine envelopes to sort them. I sort them on the table, as you saw in my unboxing video. I sort them on this table, on a cotton tablecloth. It's an old sheet. It's fairly clean, and because it's white, it shows dirt. And I want to know if there's dirt on the table. But and I generally use tongs and all that sort of stuff. But then I put them in the glassine envelopes, they're here, right now. You know, my sorted to unsorted stamps. Sorted by country, that's all they're sorted to. But I may use this kind of envelope. This is one that I got stamps in some time ago. I tend not to write on glassine envelopes because I use them for anything. If it's not my handwriting, I like this. This is 3x5. I like this size for me. And so when I get one at this size, I save it because I may need it to transport something, but I don't save it a lot. I don't use fancy equipment for a lot of my things. I have those glassine envelopes. They're relatively inexpensive. I just looked them up. They're more expensive than I remember, more than I paid for them a long time ago. But then this morning, I said I had these all just in there. And I said, I want to sort them by alphabet, but I don't have any tabs. And so I went to my grocery store app, and I get groceries every Saturday, and I put in there that I wanted index card tabs and put them in my cart. I'll get them Saturday. No, I won't. I'm going to cancel the order. Why? Because I realized I had equipment envy. This is a tab. I happen to have, you can use pieces of paper, I happen to have a bunch of index cards. I got a couple thousand index cards for a project long ago. I used some of them. I haven't used all of them. So I have these sitting around. I can use this as a tab. It's a little more flexible too. You know, I can use it to actually move things around in the box. Speaking of the box, this box came with a Christmas present from one of those food things. It was well wrapped. It didn't have any food in it. But, you know, one of those places that you can send food as a gift through the mail, or this one came FedEx, but whatever. That's what that was. I do have left over from that project. I have an actual 3x5 card file, and this one happens to be full of envelope stamps, mostly my US plate blocks. There are a few other things in here too. It's useful for that, but it's also a storage box. I keep things in there for a longer time. If I were going to keep these stamps in here for a long time, I wouldn't use just plain cardboard. I'd get an archive quality storage box. But, you know, and I use, for my stock books, I use binders. Yes, I do use the fancy pages, but you don't have to. You can use manila pages. They're perfectly acceptable and perfectly doable. This allows the stamps to be seen. In my case, all of the stamps, but you can line them up and have them all seen. You can do that in stock pages. I did until fairly recently when I started using these. I used manila stock pages. I had binders of manila stock pages all over everything. Oops. Now this is a hazard. Ziploc bag. This is how these came, in a Ziploc bag. I need to get them out of here because that's not good for the stamps. I don't know if they're stored that way. They're okay for short term, but they give off gases and other things like that. Why you should not microwave a Ziploc bag. It's because it gives off gases that can be dangerous and can infiltrate, in this case, the stamps or food. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let you go. So the conclusion I want you to go away with is not that I got so many stamps to sort through, but you don't have to use any particular equipment. Use safe equipment. But beyond that, you don't have to spend a lot of money in order to collect stamps. If you just enjoy, if you get some glassine envelopes rather than Ziploc bags. But other than that, if you just want to set these up in little country packets for yourself, and then occasionally pull them out and look at them, do that. Yeah, but in that case, you got to spend a little money, or get lucky at, like, this is the wrong size, but it's a glassine envelope. I got free glassine envelopes with every purchase. Go ahead and sort them however you want. Put them in wherever you don't need a fancy album. You don't need fancy stock books. $8 will get you 100. You might want about 300. Until then.
All right, keep collecting, collect what you want. Don't follow anybody else's rules, except have fun and take care of yourself and your stamps. Thanks for watching.